Nation, good. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Lucky Lefty podcast. I'm your guy, Shaun Davis, S2 Mics, the original Lucky Lefty himself, Malik Zaire, to you by Onora Whisky, OnoraWhisky.com, premium American whiskey, OnoraWhisky.com. And if you're, by all means, make sure that you do it. Mute, bro.
Responsibly. Do it
there
right.
You go. Make sure you do it responsibly. I got a question for you, Left.
Talk to
Interested in seeing how you answer this one. Today, we're definitely going to hear from Marcus Freeman. We're going to McDonald's, light-skinned folks. That's been on Twitter right now. Before we start, I want to tip my cap and salute everyone that went in to handle the situation. And my heart and prayers go out to all of those affected by the shooting in St. Louis yesterday. And it's just unfortunate that we continue to have these type of things happening in our schools around this country. Lee, as a parent, I take back a lot more than my wife having a daughter in college. So I'm not the call every day, twice a day parent. I'm not that dude. My wife is like knows the schedule. Soon she gets out of class, text, call. Soon she wakes up like 3 times a day. They talk all the time, and it's I can't imagine being a parent now, whether it's elementary school, middle school, junior high school. I just can't imagine not feeling the need to hear from your kid every hour on the hour.
Right.
Like, you good, everything straight. And like they talk about phones being disruptive class and man. It's crazy times, my brother. It's some crazy times.
Yeah. I think your thing is doubling back one time, or skip or echo or something. Is it on my part too that's doing the echo?
It might be me.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I mean, it's some crazy times we living in, brother. I mean, I always talk about keep your head down, keep going, but you definitely got to be able to stay in contact with your people, man. Check in on your people. Don't let them go too long without staying in contact. I think when you become disconnected and you lose communication, bad stuff happens. So
you have to. You got to, bro. It's yeah, man. It's just sad, man. It's just sad. It's sad, man. I can't imagine because like I said, I'm 2,500 miles away, bro.
Yeah, you can't even do nothing really. So no one is.
I'm blessed to have people locally to get to her or put their hands on her.
Yeah.
But, LA, everything is 30 minutes.
Everything.
They be 7 miles away. It's 30 minutes.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And in that time, anything can happen. So, yeah, check on your people. Love on your people. And just, love on each other. That's why we have what we have right here at Lucky Lefty. We welcome all fans and all comments. I see people arguing right now about this Kanye West stuff. And I just tweeted out a couple of minutes ago. It's amazing to me how an opinion can be disregarded by another opinion.
Yeah.
I have an opinion, you have an opinion. But when you elevate yourself like you're so much smarter based upon your opinion, that's, for me, I'm like, Relax. Like, relax. What are we talking about? We're here from Marcus Freeman. My question of the day, because we're going to get into Notre Dame paving a way in big picture and start talking about some good things, because this season could end up being the prequel to a fantastic 2023.
Yes.
It really could. So we'll get into that. And Marcus Freeman said some very, very interesting things yesterday. But this is my question. I'm listening to a podcast, and Magic Johnson was talking about his relationship with Larry Bird. And it reminded me that, the NBA in those days, you could actually be drafted before you actually left college.
Yes.
So Larry Bird was taken with the 6th pick, I believe, in the 78 draft. When he stayed and went to the Final Four in 79 with Indiana State, and then went on to the Boston Celtics. Would it be cool if NFL teams could actually draft kids after their freshman season or after their sophomore season and have their draft rights? Meaning that their salary would be activated. Right? Meaning that they will receive money, whether it's put into a trust or put into something else. They will be receiving money because they've been drafted. They will have to go ahead and give them the rookie salary, but they still will be able to come back. Right? They still will be able and eligible to receive NIL money for their name, image, and likeness. I just thought it would be an interesting concept, right?
It's definitely interesting.
Yeah, it's like, okay, you can't leave until after your junior year, but it's a risk for a team to make that leap and say, you know what? After Bryce Young's freshman year, you know what? We're going to take him.
Yeah.
Anything can happen. We've seen quarterbacks have a great freshman year, fall off the map. I thought it would be very intriguing if something like that happened.
Yeah, it's too volatile to be putting so much stock into these high school, college kids before they get a chance, or at least get close to having a chance on a bigger stage, because the variables are just too extreme and too wide as a gap right now, in my opinion, between the NFL and college football, from a readiness standpoint, from a preparedness standpoint, a physical standpoint. I mean, you playing with guys that get old, man. These guys have got grown man strength. So
yeah,
I think it's different from football than it is basketball. There's a physicality aspect in basketball, but I mean, they got kids like that Wembanya kid, Wembenyaya or whatever.
Yeah.
He could have played when he was 15 in the NBA. He's 7'3", can do everything and some. Like, the basketball thing is crazy. Football, like, only a few guys, maybe a Jadeveon Clowney, maybe a Saquon his junior, sophomore year, but
but I'm not talking about draft.
it's just, man.
I'm talking about draft rights. Draft rights, not draft.
Oh, like baseball.
No, more like the NBA.
Draft
baseball,
rights.
You getting drafted to go to the minor leagues. There is no minor leagues with the NFL.
Yeah.
So it's more like,
I think it'd be interesting though.
Yeah.
It'll help teams be consistent, and it'll help build more good teams in the future. I think you'll see a more evened out. You wouldn't have years like the Bears is going through. It'll be a pretty even system if you can have draft rights. I think, and it'll help the teams be able to trade a lot better. I think it'll just be better overall, but we'll see.
Yeah. I just thought, man, that would be amazing. I think it would be amazing if the NBA still had it. But, now the age requirements, as long as they're not going and drafting kids that like sophomores in high school, that I don't want. But
No.
it's like the kid is in college and you want his draft rights and he's still going to be in college, by all means, go for it because you're taking a risk. You're taking a risk.
It's a risk.
It might pay off.
It might not.
Yeah. Lucky Lefty podcast. So Marcus Freeman met with the media yesterday. We're talking about path to a 2023 that could be very good for Notre Dame on the football field. Great recruiting class, youngsters coming back. The wide receiver room is going to be surprisingly deep.
Yeah.
Defensive backfield is surprisingly going to be deep with impact talent coming in. Running back, you get Jadarian Price back. Who knows if Chris Tyree comes back? Audric Estime, you plan for him to be back. You plan for Logan Diggs to be back. The speed on this offense is going to be much, just totally different, right? You have young playmakers. Then the challenge is, do you know how to get them in the right position? The crazy thing is, Marcus Freeman feels wholeheartedly that his team is good enough to beat anyone in the nation.
Don't execute and we don't play well, we're not going to win. And that's the reality of where we're at and the opponents we have upcoming. And that if we play well, we have the ability to beat anybody we play. I firmly believe that. When we don't play well, it's hard to make up for it and win. And so we have to prepare and execute and play well. We'll see these next 2 weeks what type of football team we have because you're playing two really good opponents, and it's going to be really a measuring stick for how good this team is and what we do when it really matters.
Left, I would have added one thing to what he said.
What?
He said if we play well, if we coach well and play well, then we can beat anyone in the nation. If he added that,
we might have something.
I would rock with it. I would rock with it. Not that I don't rock with what he said, because I think what he's saying is we have the talent to compete and beat anyone in the nation. I think they showed that week 1. Unfortunately, they've been inconsistent. But I think he should have added coaching in there along with playing well.
Yeah, he definitely should put some more onus on the coaching staff and just the belief that they can coach it to overcome these lulls. But I think it's just important for Marcus Freeman just to steady focus on the course, realize what's ahead of us, and just continue to attack. I don't think it doesn't help not speaking into affirmation. So we don't want to say if we do this, we want to say we're doing it. I'm coaching it, we're gonna get it fixed and move on. All these hypotheticals don't make me feel better if you do it or if not. I'm like, well, do you want to be there? You got to do it. So, just a change of words. And I think that kicks off, like you said, to start to, something that can be good towards the end of the season.
Yeah. And talking about that, the unit that's been under fire most of the season has been the offense, right? Ranking last, one of the worst 5 teams in red zone offense, second to last in red zone defense and giving up touchdowns. I think giving up somewhere near 73% touchdown rate when teams enter the red zone. Red zone has been a problem for this team, and Marcus Freeman knows that. But what's being done, Left?
It's frustrating because it isn't like we do a whole bunch of different things on a red zone. And as you look at the UNLV game, a couple self-inflicted wounds in terms of mistakes that we shouldn't make, And so I would hope it's not confusion, but you got to look at yourself as a coach and look at the players and say, okay, where's the the miscommunication coming from? This is what we want you to do, and you're not doing it. So is it a teaching error? Is it an understanding execution error? And so we got to make sure that we know exactly what we want to do. If they beat us doing what we want to do, then take your hat off to them. But we can't have unforced errors in the red zone, especially with the simplicity that we really pride ourselves in what we do in the red zone.
Maybe you're too simple in the red zone. Or maybe you're being simple, but you're doing the wrong simple things in the red.
Right. Yeah, I think just looking at the numbers, the red zone can make you ask a lot of questions like that, like what's the problem? But I think with Marcus Freeman and as we continue to go through the season, Tommy Reese is going to get it figured out. The confidence is going to grow with the offense to finish. But they've been catching a lot of flack, some warranted, some unwarranted. I think when you're going into these things and you're in with your third string quarterback, we have so many high expectations. We acting like Drew is Jack Cohn. And he's not. Drew is Drew. So our expectations shouldn't be the same. It should be more adjusted to what we have in reality. Drew is not the same quarterback as the guys that we've had before. We know that because he's been there the times that we've had the guys before and he wasn't good enough to play. So I think for us, it's a good opportunity for Angeli to establish his little role within this offense during this season. Because, like you said, we're in the recruiting and transfer portal right now.
Yeah,
right now. So
happening right now.
So his clock has already started. It started last week, getting in the game a little bit. But this is his chance to show, well, maybe bring in one guy. You don't got to bring in two. Maybe just bring in one because I'm going to hold down the fort on my end. So it's an exciting time for the quarterback room to get cleared out or get cleaned out, one of the two.
I like that. Cleared out or cleaned out. Lucky Lefty podcast. Get cleared out or cleaned out. Okay, Left. I see what you did there.
Yeah.
So when we talk about the red zone issues, the offensive struggles go far beyond that. And Marcus Freeman gave his view on what offensive success is going to look like moving forward for the rest of the season.
Everything, it's how are we calling it? Hey, are we calling plays that are putting our guys in position to have success? Are we executing it it starts with us. How are we calling the game? How are we preparing? And that's how I always say it starts with coaching. And then, let's look at every play. Let's identify the factors that really are determining this outcome. Hey, is the offensive line doing their job? Are we protecting the quarterback? Quarterback, are you putting the ball in a position where the receiver can catch it? Receivers, wideouts, tight ends, are you running the exact route that you're supposed to run at the exact details, the exact depths of it? And then, are we making the plays? Is the quarterback putting the ball there for him to catch? Is the wideout catching the ball? So a lot of different factors go into a completion percentage, a lot of different things. And we're always going to look at the quarterback. That's what we do. But same thing, we're going to look at the coordinator. That's what we do. But I think we in our building have to understand that there's a lot of different individual jobs that have to be done for us to have success. And that's what we can't let the outcome really, put this mask over our eyes about the reality of every single person doing their job. There's some tip balls. Is it on the quarterback? Is it on protection? Is it on maybe the backs? The back might be on the other side, so the quarterback couldn't step up. There's so many different things. And I'm giving you an example. There's one play that we didn't get a line right. Well, the ball was tipped. Well, everybody's going to look at Drew. Well, you got the ball tipped. No, there's a lot of different factors into that. And so that's why I'm saying it's everybody. I want everybody in our program to say, okay, it's me. Okay, what do I have to do to make sure we have more success? Having completions, from the head coach to the coordinator to the quarterbacks to the O-line to everybody on the offense has a piece in to make sure we have success on offense.
You can take that one, Left.
If the pass game sound too complicated, I see why we're getting 14, points in the game against a terrible team. Like, you thinking about that much into a passing game is, it's brain fog, especially for a guy not as talented as Drew Pine is. But he was right for making it. Hey, we taking a look at the QB and the quarterback coach and the QC. Damn it, we looking at it all because it all has to be evaluated because he knows there's heat over there. He knows the criticism of flying over there, and he's a guy that wants to be hands-on, but there's only so much he can do. So I think him trying to pacify the situation a little bit by just trying to talk about all these equations and things and ingredients that come within the passing game, I think it's real simple fixes that we can have. Just if we was cooking, just add a little salt, add a little butter. You ain't gotta make no sauce with it. Just add a little salt and pepper, man. It just ain't got no seasoning in it. You want to get into the Rachel Ray cookbook and come up with a whole new meal plan. Like, nah, just put some broccoli, chop some little onions and carrots up, and you straight. So it doesn't have to be that hard. What are the easy salt and pepper fixes to our offense? Tobias Merriweather got to play more. That don't take a bunch of explanation and a bunch of.
He lined up wrong. He lined up wrong last week. Left. We got to sit him on the bench.
See,
lined up wrong.
Now, if I'm Marcus Freeman, I'll go up there and be like, "That's our vet's problem. That's our vet's responsibility. Damn it! If you know he our damn near best receiver, and you in the game and you next to him, you better tell him what to do." And if I'm Marcus Freeman, that's what I'm saying. If we want to win, we got to be like that. If he don't know, so what?
Yeah.
Because it's too late now. If he in the game looking like, what, Braden Lindsay, you better be like, hey, you got this, mother. And I don't care if the defense hear it. I don't care. Because it's better to execute than to go out there and not know what you're doing and get in the way and cause an interception or something. Talk, communicate. It just shows that Tommy don't trust dudes and he on the field with 10 other guys that know the play and he not trusting the one dude and the other 10 ain't helping. What is that? That's the team problem. When you watch NFL games, Tom Brady in there and a player is off, what they cut the mic on Tom Brady. Hey, get over there. Hey, you got an out route. Gronk. Say something. Drew Pine so damn nervous back there. He like, look, bro, I just hope everybody do their job because I hope I do my job. You know what I mean?
That goes to
time to think about everybody else.
Bro, look, man. I would say this. Oscar McBride had a chance to interview him yesterday. And one of the things he pointed out, he's like, yo, you're in trouble when your pass offense runs through your tight end.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, offensively, you're in trouble when your pass offense runs through your tight end. And he's a tight end.
He's a tight end.
Yeah, he's a tight end. And I laugh because the best receiver for Alabama is literally their tight end. But yet still, they find a way to spread the ball around to 6 to 7 guys every week.
But those 6 to 7 guys,
they still have receivers dropping passes like crazy.
Yeah,
not running the right routes. The same problems we hear about at Notre Dame. It's one big difference. One huge difference. We see, man, Bryce, players lining up. He's got to tell them where to go line up. This is my point. This is my point. If your quarterback does not know to tell that freshman, hey, over here.
Yeah, get over there.
Right. And what are we doing? Your quarterback is supposed to be the leader.
That's what I'm saying. He's supposed to be what we call him the people's champ. What about the player's hero? What about that one? Can you be your own player's hero and go out there and this is the thing that I don't like, because I'm still trying to find this. Man, that's a Notre Dame quarterback. What is the special qualities and a guy that you recruiting to come Notre Dame, you know, we know it isn't anything physical. We know it he ain't running no 4.4. He's not throwing it 80 yards. He's semi-decently accurate. So your claim to fame is being the most liked. Apparently. Well, the most liked got to come in the clutch when it comes to commanding the offense. If you can't throw the ball past 20 yards on the money, if you're not that big, if you lightweight in the pocket, if you're not fast, if you can't see over the line, then damn it, you better be you better be better than Marcus Freeman on the field. Hey, we going over here. Hey, we doing this. Hey, hurry up. Hey, we got to do this. I need you to be the most vocal person on the field.
Yeah, but see, like our guy Chris Davidson said, quarterback is too busy looking at the sidelines to get the play.
And then
all that other stuff, like leadership, making sure dudes are lined up.
You can tell he out there like, bro, I'm only out here to throw it to 87. Don't ask me no questions where you need to line. I don't have the time to focus on that. I'm trying to stay upright and find where 87 is.
Yeah.
All this, you telling me I'm open and no. You're not open because I can't see you.
Yeah. But then that's the thing that they said immediately that they were getting when Tyler got hurt. Drew is a leader.
See, don't just throw it out there because that's something that nobody can put their thumb on. You know, it's a real subjective compliment. You know, when I was in there, they was like, "Yeah, Malik go in there and make some plays. He'll throw it deep or do something." They didn't give me the man. When Malik's in there, he's a good rah guy, man. And you can't really put your thumb on like what is the leadership that he's doing over Tyler. Because he ain't communicating better, clearly. So what is he doing better than Tyler then? I thought Tyler was a leader. So, you know, I think it's important that whatever Drew's special at, we just have to focus on that in big games and big moments. Drew is not special in a 4th and 7, game on the line. He's got to throw for a first down. That's not what makes him special. What makes him special is 2nd and 8. You know, we up 2 touchdowns, about 4 minutes left. And he hand that ball off right and left. And if somebody come out the huddle wrong, he flip them over to the right side and run it to the right way. If it's 2-play call in the huddle, he going to kill the wrong play and run the right one. That's what he's special at. Not driving down the field with 2 minutes left and shaking off tacklers or jumping over guys or throwing 80 yards. No. It's 3rd and 3. We got the play call to the right. Drew's special ability is to notice it and call it to the left. That's what he's recruited for. He ain't recruited to make a play. He's 5'9". You telling me we went to Massachusetts or Connecticut to find our playmaker? No. We went there to find a guy that can fix our TVs, you know, hook up the microwaves during the summer in the dorms, and play when he needs.
This disrespect you have for Connecticut, bro.
That's not disrespect. That's true.
Look, man, I'm not here to argue at the point in time that he was being recruited whether or not he should have been recruited.
I'm not saying he shouldn't have been recruited. I'm just saying, how does he get to the Notre Dame room?
The bigger question is who's had the opportunity to coach him and develop him.
There you go.
He's been here for 3 seasons. And he has to look to the sideline. I don't care how experienced you are. Like, you only get better by playing. We get that. You need reps. But being able to know the playbook, know what to call, know how to identify the middle linebacker. That's stuff you've been doing for the past 7 years.
But that's more so on the coaching too, and your ego in the office. You want to get to the perfect play, so you like, I don't want you to run it and make it good. I want you to wait for me to let you know if you can run it. So then we can decide if it's good for you. It's no different than what Sean McVay was doing for Jared Goff. And why didn't it work? Because at the end of the day, you can only tell the brother so much before he got to go out there, and it may not be the right play call, but he makes it work.
Makes it work.
And that's why it didn't work at the Rams, but that's the style of play calling that they like to go with. So what do? They get a guy that knows everything, like Matthew Stafford, and the relationship, equals out a little bit better.
Yeah. Yeah. Lucky Lefty podcast.
I gotta trust the guys, man.
Even at the start of that comment that he made, it's like, yo, we got to put our players in the best position. Are we putting our players? No, you haven't been. You haven't been putting your players in the best position to make plays. You haven't. That hasn't been done. It hasn't. Now, that's something that you're looking at, that you're going to do moving forward. Let's see it. I'm all for it. I think everybody in the chat, everybody that's a Notre Dame fan, is all for putting the best players in the position to do what they can do. Quick screens to Lindsey. Jet sweeps to Lindsey. Jaden Thomas working the middle of the field. 50-50 balls on fades from the slot.
Yeah.
Michael Mayer working the middle of the field. You don't have a quarterback that can throw to the sideline. He's hash to hash.
Hash to hash.
Stop putting Michael Mayer to the field. Out wide. Stop. You're shooting a three-pointer on a 3-on-1 break, and you're not Steph Curry. You're doing the defense.
Shooting like LeBron or Russell Westbrook. Somebody from the Lakers. You pick anybody from the Lakers. Shoot like anybody from the Lakers right now.
Dude, you're giving them a break. You're giving them a break. Right? And this is the thing. I know what Tommy is thinking when he does that. He thinks Michael Mayer is Tyler Eifert. 100%. And he's not.
Well, he thinks
Tyler Eifert was a totally different tight end. I'm not here to debate.
Guess who True Pine is? Him.
Yes.
He's like, we taking this back to 2012, baby. Got all them same plays. And he's telling Drew Pine, look, I don't want you thinking for yourself. You're me out there. You throw to my Eifert. Do your job. Check at the sideline. Because that's our identity. I want to go back to 2012 when I had success throwing it to Eifert. It's 2022. Everybody catching that thing.
No, it's like
everybody involved in offense now. It's
like, I understand that he's not. Let him work the middle of the field, bro. Let Michael Mayer do his thing. Tyler Eifert was a totally different beast.
Totally different beast.
When it came to red zone, 50-50 balls, right?
He's a bigger player too, right? Like, it's like
you'll send Michael Mayer in the middle of the field, out wide to the field, but you won't do it in the red zone.
It could be too complicated sometimes.
It's like, no. They have not done a good job of putting their best players in the positions they need to be put in to be effective. No, they haven't. They're looking at that. That's what he said. And hopefully change is coming. Hopefully change is going to come. Hopefully.
I don't know. I think there's some stubbornness in that offense, in that offense up there. And sometimes the hammer just gotta get laid down.
Yeah, who's gonna lay it down? Who's gonna lay it down?
Maybe Jack Swarbrick steps in.
Man,
He's like,
stop
you know
playing. Stop playing. Lucky
Jack
Lefty podcast.
what you say?
Lucky Lefty podcast. Hey man, Marcus Freeman feels like moving forward, they can start to build to becoming that dominant team that they need to be.
Might have been 30-7-ish. I can't remember the exact score, but we were up pretty big at halftime, and then you look at the second half, we end up tying them. And that's, to me, a sign of a dominant football team is a team that no matter what the series is, what the score is, you're able to really be effective in what you're doing. And so we have to continue to be a mature football team and progress towards improvement and progress towards being a dominant football team. And I think that's what you look back at that game and you say, okay, we did have a sense of urgency. We did. And how do we continue to have that throughout the entirety of the game? And so I said the same thing in practice yesterday, is that you lose and everybody has a sense of urgency. We're all looking at things with a critical eye. Do we have that same critical eye this week? We have to. And that comes from the top down and making sure that every critical thing we looked at last week, the sense of urgency we had, we got to increase that. We got to enhance that. And that starts with me. And I want our guys to understand that. Don't let this feeling, because you've earned the right to feel good. Winning helps you feel better, right? But that shouldn't take away from the evaluation, the preparation, the urgency you have to improve. And that's my message to the team this week, is that you've earned the right to feel good about a win. You did that, but the urgency we have to improve, and the way you do that, the way you evaluate your preparation, that can't change, and it has to not only not change but get better.
He's right. They were up 30-7 at halftime. You get the sense that he felt good about that. I don't know how, because the score should have been 50-7 at halftime. But 37 at halftime, scoreless in the third quarter, give up another big play in the run game. You had 2 block punts that led to points for you. As much as I want to be pleased with what I saw in the first half, I see too many similar traits. See, I'm not stuck on the score. I'm stuck on what I see. Right? It's almost like when people used to say, yo, did you see Ben Simmons' stat line? And I remember telling people, like, he's trash. What are you talking about? He's trash. He can defend 1 through 4, assists, rebounds, da. He can't shoot. He's trash. He's 6'9", the number 1 overall pick. And you want to talk to me about his stat line? Just watch him play. He's trash. You can give me a score at halftime. There's no way offensively you can tell me you were happy with the way that first half went. You can't tell Notre Dame fans that. You can't. Yeah, we were up 30-7. You didn't dominate offensively in the first half. That wasn't a dominant offensive performance in the first half. And like he said, they tied in the second half. So I understand, in 2023 and what they're building towards is a dominant football team, and that's what they want. Built on the offensive line, built on the defensive line. I'm all for that.
Yeah.
But 30-7 against UNLV, that's not it.
No.
That's not it. It's not it. And I think that's one of the things mentally. I don't know how he gets over it. It's been at Notre Dame since you've been there. The mentality.
For quite a while.
The mentality. And maybe it goes to preparation and how you prepare week to week. I'm going to say this, and I hope people understand it. Notre Dame has to get or build a healthy disrespect for its opponents.
Yes. Yes.
All that coach talk that we hear, like Marcus Freeman said in post game, he said it yesterday. UNLV is a really good team. Notre Dame and the players in the program need to develop a healthy disrespect for their opponents.
Yes.
They can say what they want to say publicly. They don't have to give bulletin board material.
No.
But there's no way in hell, HE double hockey sticks, that everybody in that Notre Dame locker room should respect the process for every opponent. Has nothing to do with the opponent.
Yeah.
Your preparation week to week is
Nothing to
about you. But you know who's
That's
on the
right.
schedule. It's UNLV.
It's
From the
UNLV.
first snap, I'm telling you, we're about to bang y'all today. We're about to bang y'all head.
This is not, and that's our problem. We think everything is some evangelistic Christian, everybody is the same, we all equal one with the world shit. Like, no.
That mentality has to
This
change,
is
bro.
Notre Dame. We're better than all these other teams.
We're better than you.
We're going in there and be like, yeah, we playing Memphis. Who? Man,
who? Yes.
Who? Who is that? We focused on November 5th, our Super Bowl against a team we saying we finna beat today. In 2015, when we played Deshaun Watson the first time, what we saying in the pre-K fall camp? We said, yeah, we finna beat Clemson. I don't care if we play them on the moon. I don't care if we play them in front of the White House. It don't matter. We finna beat them wherever they at.
Wherever.
That's how we was talking in 2015. In 2022, we talking like, UNLV, man, they gonna come with a chip on their shoulder. They built their whole lives waiting for this game, and we respect them, and we're gonna have dinner with them after the game. And no, that's why we play to the level of our competition every single time. We play to the level of our competition because we see every team like us. It's like, oh, these guys are no different than us. They just got different colored jersey. No, they're different because they're not us. It's hard to get here. It's hard to get here. Ain't nobody on UNLV say, no, I don't want to go to Notre Dame. I'd rather go to UNLV. Nobody on that UNLV team said that. So no, we're not the same. No, we're not the same. Marshall, yes, they're grateful for being there. But this Marshall, we should have came out there riding buffaloes. Like, where's the big brother and everybody else's little brother? We act like we everybody's like friend or something. When we should be their parent, whooping that ass. Like, man, there is no swag on the field. We are the most good Christian team in the country. We respect all of our opponents, We help them up. We talk about how good they are before the week and how worried we are. It's like, oh my gosh, like get a personal foul in the game for something, man. Every time we lose, man, they came out there and they just did them, man. We just got to move on and then the team that beat us go and lose 5 straight or something crazy. Every team they're like, oh no, I know Notre Dame. They beat Notre Dame. I mean, we went in there and just smacked them around like every time.
That's crazy. Look, man, you prepare to dominate and you game plan for teams. You don't prepare for teams.
No.
You prepare to dominate and you game plan teams.
That's right. That's right. Like, this is not Cincinnati, where all these games you trying to game plan something to victory. Most of the games we're going into, it's a dub already. We just trying to see how much of a dub is going to be. This is not no damn Cincinnati, where you being surprised by wins. This fan base, this program is not surprised by 10-win seasons. We're not surprised by it. So this is all regularly scheduled programming that you turning the channel on.
Right.
What are you doing?
Soon as you hear that announcement, we now return to our regularly scheduled program.
Yeah, exactly. It's already in progress. And you're over here flipping channels. And flip it back. Flip it back. Get back to that 10-win season channel, man. Talking about we prepare. You over here searching through the guide. Man, get on the right channel.
Because we're on the wrong channels, man. And when you change subscribers, like Notre Dame has changed coaches, the guide is different, right? Depending upon your cable subscriber or your streaming service, right? DirecTV, the movie channels are in the 500s. If I'm not mistaken, the sports channels are in the 600s. You might get Xfinity, and the sports channels might be in the 200s for their subscribers. Like, when you change coaches, the menu changes, things change. But it's the same networks.
It's the same.
And like you said, you gotta find where you're supposed to be right now. Because this isn't it. This is just a continuation of what we've seen. Right?
Yeah, this is just a continuation of what we've seen.
And I love hearing that he wants to be a dominant football team. I will say that. The fact that he talked about that openly, I'm like, thank you. At least we're talking about that. At least we're talking about that. At least he's
that opens the door to the famous question, well, why can't you do it now? See? Because we know what he wants. We knew that since the spring.
Yeah.
But why are we not getting those results on the field?
Yeah.
And that's the question.
Well, one of the reasons is what we said yesterday. Freaking Charlie Jones. And Marcus Freeman gave his thoughts on his wide receivers. Freaking Charlie Jones.
What
the reality is you tailor what you're doing to your strengths. Right now, the best player on our offense. The reality is you tailor what you're doing to your strengths. Right now, the best player on our offense, and not to single him out, but we all know it's Mike Mayer. And so you're going to find ways to get Mike Mayer the ball. And, we got an offensive line that's playing at a high level and 3 running backs that are playing at a high level. And so you're going to try to run the ball. And, confidence and opportunities come from trust too, and our wideouts got to continue to play better. We got to play better. We got to take advantage of the opportunities that come to us. We got to be better at the quarterback position and make sure they have a chance to make plays. But when they do have a chance to make plays, they got to make them. And with confidence from coaching staff, from everybody, then you'll get more opportunities. But have they grown? Yeah, I think they've gotten better. But we got a lot of room to grow. We know in that wideouts room, and it's still a young room. You take out Braden Lindsay, it's a young room, and a room that has to continue to improve. And if I'm a recruit, I'm saying, shoot, I want to go there. Let me get my opportunity. Let me go try to fight and see if I can get on the field and try to earn some confidence from the coaching staff. So that's the reality. You have to tailor what you're doing around your players. And that's offensively, defensively, and special teams. And that I've never believed in you have a system or you have this package that you put pieces into. It's okay. You get the best recruits, the best football players you can get within maybe the framework, within, hey, this is our philosophy defensively or offensively. You get the best possible players you can, and then you have to tailor what you're doing around those players. I mean, obviously, you look at the quarterback position, our offense was different with Tyler Buckner than it is right now with Drew Pine. Why? Because of some of his strengths, and that's what you see. I think you see it around college football. You look at Syracuse, they're running that quarterback's running the ball and doing some different things. Why? Because he can run the ball. He's athletic and he throws the ball. So, again, my firm belief is we're going to tailor what we do around the strengths of each individual.
Hey, this man was talking to Tommy without talking to Tommy. You heard him. He said, look, you look around college football, look around. He said, my job was to get the best college football players in the building. Your job is to take the best college football players in the building and coach to the strengths. I don't believe in no stupid ass system. That's what he said. I don't believe in no system. I got Tobias Merriweather that I flew 8 ribs and cornbread and said, come play for me and make this money. I get to school and you talk about you can't trust him because of a system? Nah, bro, look at college football. Look around, look around, look around. They got good football players going there and they make up plays with the best players they got. Look at this. He said, look at the team we about to play. That quarterback in there doing all type of stuff that he fits. Then he was like, look, Tommy, our offense was different when we had Tyler and then we went to Drew. Because he could do different stuff. Not because he could run a system. And he's like mind boggled because he's like, look, we got Michael Mayer, our best player, yeah, and we find ways to get him the ball easy. Every game, it don't seem like a problem. But he's like, damn, I recruited more than Michael Mayer. So, damn it, I want to see some other stuff happen. I don't believe in no packages. What do you mean a package? What's a package? Put him in the game. Make it happen. Get to what I see for the vision. But all this, you don't recruit players and tell them you don't have confidence in. I don't understand that. We need to eliminate that from the media before it gets out to the recruits. Because what it's saying is we can recruit you and love you and lie to you all day. But when you get up here, then it's about confidence and trust. And what you recruit me for? What did you come and fly all the way to Nova Scotia, sit down at my table to get me to come to your school and then be like, well, I don't trust you, but I want you to come play for me, though. What is that? What is that? What are the conversations like in recruiting? Yeah, man, I can see you do this. I can see you doing this if I can trust you. Like, what? I'll be like, look, Marcus Freeman, don't recruit me if you don't trust me. I'm going to tell you that. Don't even bring me up there if you got a question, my trust for me or confidence or whatever you talking about. I thought if you want me to come to your school, I'm playing because you know if I'm on the field, I can make something happen. I don't come there to have a trust fall test. What is that? What is that?
That's reading between the lines. Brought to you by Lucky Lefty, courtesy of Malik Zaire.
It's crazy.
Look, from a recruiting standpoint, I'm glad he said it. Like, no, it's not a problem. Because I want guys that want to come here and be the difference. I want guys that see this as an opportunity to get on the field early. But I think it's also telling wide receivers know they have to get better. Dude, Charlie Jones, bro. Of course, the wide receivers have to get better. The quarterback has to get better. The offensive coordinator has to get better.
Has to.
Yes, if I'm a wide receiver right now for Notre Dame, I'm frustrated as hell. I'm frustrated as hell. And I'm probably a little bit I'm not as all in as I probably could be.
No way.
And that would be on me. I have to be accountable to that. But what's been happening in the first 7 games is frustrating. It was frustrating when Tyler was playing. It's frustrating with Drew. You didn't do what was best for Tyler when he was playing.
You didn't.
Not with the 3 running backs you have, and he's the lead. He has the most carries on the team. So I hope he was sending a message to his offensive coordinator. I don't want to hear about these wide receivers and what they can't do. Tell me what they can do. And not only tell me what they can do, show me how you're going to be able to implement what they can do into the offense.
The way we talk about them, you would think that they having 100 yards and 2 touchdowns a game. Drew Pine, great routes, speed demon, good target, always open, toughest player, best receiver in the country. And then you look at his stat line, 1 for 2 for 50 yards and a touchdown all game. Like, it's like we I don't know, we doing like the reverse. We're speaking really good about our players in the media and then not playing them in the game. I don't understand that. I don't understand that.
Man. So look, I don't really understand the totality, but I feel like what we've been hearing from Marcus Freeman the last 2 weeks comes from a place of frustration. I truly believe he had conversations with both coordinators. I think we saw examples of change, more so on the defense side of the ball. But you can change things schematically. If the linebackers still don't know how to scrape over the top correctly, and eventually a big play is going to happen. So we can get upset about 15 lining up last week, but the linebackers have not scraped and fit runs properly. Every game, but they're playing well.
Yeah.
Every game, we've seen bad run fits and dude. Marcus Freeman gave the same talk about linebackers not scraping over the top properly against BYU when they gave up the runs. Against a no-name. If you're a no-name running back right now, second string running back, you eating on Notre Dame's run defense right now.
You eating.
And the linebacker. Eating.
Mm-hmm.
Eating.
Eating.
It wasn't Travion Henderson at 8 against Notre Dame. It was Mayim Williams.
Yep.
Second string. It wasn't Marshall starting running back that 8. It was their backup that 8. Wasn't BYU's starting running back that 8. It was the backup that 8. It wasn't UNLV starting running back that 8. It was the backup that 8.
Yeah. That's kind of crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy. So what are we really talking about? Yeah. With the wealth of young talent coming in, young talent that's not being used, that's being developed, red shirt, if that's the plan, then fine. There's talent that's going to be here next year. But you have to solve the quarterback situation.
You got to.
Yeah. You haven't done it in the recruiting class. The transfer portal has to be the answer. Has to be the answer. But next year, you won't have 87. There is no 87 next year.
No.
Now let's see. Now let's see what's up with it. Because like Malik said, there's no way you can't be a dominant team this year with this schedule. You should have dominated Marshall. You should have dominated Cal. You should have dominated BYU more than you did. Dominated North Carolina more than you did.
Yeah.
You have the potential to be the dominant team that you want to be. What's the problem? What's the problem? Because you can't tell me talent. Because you did it.
Because you did it.
You know how your kids tell you they can't do something? You're like, but you literally just did it.
Like, I just saw you do it.
I just saw you do it. I literally just saw you do it. You can do it. Right? And he mentioned Syracuse. You know why Syracuse lost? Some bad penalties. Referees did them an injustice on Saturday. I can rock with that.
Yeah.
Your best player touched the ball 8 times all game offensively. It's bad coaching.
Bad coaching right there.
It's bad coaching. Your best offensive player is Shaun Tucker. He touched the ball 8 times. It's bad coaching. Bad coaching. Marcus Freeman talked about Shaun Tucker and Garrett Schrader. They'll be facing them this weekend.
Why? It'll be interesting. I guess they're not going to tell us why, but man, is he a good running back? 34 is, he's talented, and he is in a home run type running back. I mean, he can be a threat in the pass game. And I think you saw him, catch a couple balls versus Clemson too. So he is a talented running back, tough. I've seen him just run through guys and turn a little bit of the Wagner game on, and he's a physical running back. The quarterback's special, and I know he's a veteran guy, played 2 years at Mississippi State and in his second season here. But, the one thing you've seen is I saw a stat, he's been with 4 different offensive coordinators. So he understands the game of football. He's not just a one system guy. And he can extend plays with his speed. He can run. He's got a good arm, makes good decisions. And so it's going to be a huge task for us when you talk about a quarterback that can run it, throw it, make good decisions, takes care of the football. We got a tall challenge for us.
Did he reference the Wagner game, bro? I told you, man. Look, someone, somewhere, I don't care if it's a recruit or a coach, there has to be a butthole in the building somewhere. A positive butthole, not just a butthole. I'm talking about a positive butthole that can actually instill the disrespect that needs to be there in the program. Because if you don't have the proper disrespect,
we don't have one
for other teams.
We give teams so much respect. We start talking about like you would think that we called them up before it and was like, "Hey, tell me about yourself, bro. Like, let me know stuff other people don't know. Like, just lay it out there for me so I can just boost you up so much that when you come play me on Saturday, you're gonna think you're better than me."
Dog, I need a wide receiver sending gifts to defensive backs like Ocho Cinco used to do.
Yeah.
I need somebody pulling out Jalen Ramsey type stuff. I need dude, let these teams know when they come into Notre Dame Stadium.
It's not sweet.
It's not sweet.
It's ice cream stores sweet. Every flavor of ice cream sweet at Notre Dame right now. Like, oh my God, I'm not surprised we don't start praying for the team before the game. Like, we don't go and huddle around their team and just start putting prayer hands on them, type of soft, like non-competitive.
The crowd is sweet.
Oh my God.
We don't even have a disrespectful crowd.
No, they be asking for other teams' autographs and giving them gift baskets on the way out. Like, we definitely have the number one friendliest place to play in the country. Good old time. Like, it's a field trip when teams come to play us. It's not an away game. It's a field trip. They're going to go and they're going to drive through the campus when they get there. Ooh and ah, ooh and ah, ooh. Take a couple pictures, get to walk on the field and touch the brick. It's a museum. It's a field trip. And then as a consolation prize, they get to play on Saturday night. They ain't play Saturday night all season. All season they don't play Saturday night. They don't spend all day in South Bend and got the good hotel cookies. Then stayed at the Morris Inn and got some good breakfast and lunch. And then they like, oh, they all fat, full, and greedy and happy. And then they just go play a game against Notre Dame. I mean, come on, man. This is...
And maybe that's why this team plays better on the road. Because it's a hostile environment. Maybe they need to understand that you perform well in hostile environments. So create your own hostile environment and disrespect at home for the opponent.
We are great house guests to other teams. Hey, y'all need some water? Hey, go ahead. You keep your shoes on. Just kick them up on the couch. Get a coaster.
Just go open my refrigerator at will.
Yeah. You want some food? Go ahead. Go make some spaghetti or something. Just go in there and just eat all my snacks. I mean, oh my God.
Use the bathroom in the master bedroom. Just forget the guest bathroom. Just
brought over a little bag of clothes laundry to do. Just too comfortable in the house. Talking about I need to change the sheets. Why? In my own house? You telling me I need to change my sheets in my own house?
There has to be a level of disrespect built within this program.
We so damn friendly. We out there giving away tickets to the team.
Has to be. Has to be. At least Cam Hart has a level of disrespect towards USC.
Yeah.
Hasn't played well this year, but at least we know he had, like, dude, don't talk to me about USC. I don't even consider them a rival.
No.
At least his mindset was there this spring. Like, where's the disrespect? Where's a Notre Dame player talking to cats like, man, I'm on you all day. You trash.
They too fun loving or something. I don't know.
What are we respecting Toledo for? Heck, we respecting Marshall coming into the building for. For what?
For what?
For what?
No team is afraid to play us, and that's a shame. No team. They like, Notre Dame can't wait. They're like, oh, we play Notre Dame? Oh, can't wait. Can't wait. I cannot wait.
Man, once again, you prepare to be great. You prepare to be dominant. You game plan for teams. It doesn't matter what the game plan is. We're dominating. I don't care if we throw the ball 15 times. I don't care if we throw it 40. We're dominating. Because that's the culture. We're dominating. And we're going to tell them about it. We're going to tell them about it during the week. What do you think about that quarterback, man? We're not worried about that quarterback. We're going to come out, rush the pass, and get him on the ground. That's what we do.
Yeah.
No disrespect. That's what we do.
Who cares? Yeah, who cares with disrespect? We don't have any disrespect.
At all.
We're just like the most fun-loving team in the country. Come play Notre Dame if you want a good time. Like, just crazy.
It's like, dude, it's not about them. It's about us. We're coming out. We're getting after the quarterback. Starting quarterback, backup quarterback, whoever they put in.
Whoever they put in.
Whoever they put in. That's our job. That's what we're going to do. What about their receivers? Hey, we're going to line up. Be physical with them. Defend them. We're going to run with them all day. What about the running game? Man, we're going to pound and pound and pound for 4 quarters. That's what we do.
And that's it.
Have an attitude, man. Have an attitude. You played that, Malik. It's okay to look at the schedule and say, oh, word. Straight up. Okay, we got Ohio State. Marshall? All right. Cal? Okay.
All right.
We about to eat.
About to eat.
We about to eat.
And that's it. That's all it should be.
Bruh, I'm telling you, I knew the games I was about to eat. As a point guard, oh, we about to eat. I can actually have points and assists this game. I got a chance to get a triple-double. I'm about to eat. Dude, right now, Syracuse plays a 3-3-5 defense.
We got to eat.
The offensive line and the running back should be sitting there like, oh, we about to eat. All day. We're about to eat. The nose tackle is 265. What? Let me say that again, Lee. The nose tackle was 265. We about to eat, bro.
Shit, Stanford's line was under 250 or something crazy. Like something.
That's my point.
Something crazy.
That's my point.
So you can't even tell me damn near that because that don't matter.
We're getting cute with the passing game. That's Lucky Lefty podcast, man. On the climb of 3,000. Subscribe, share, hit the like button. Everybody knows Lucky Lefty podcast is the fastest growing podcast centered around Notre Dame football. It's because of you, LL Nation. We appreciate you. Thank you for your continued support. And we're going to keep doing this thing because we spin it different. You know what time it is.
Petticoat. Petticoat Junction.
It's time to get petty.
Oh, we did a good job executing.
Are you upset with something?
And fire up the Petticoat Junction train.
I just don't like you.
You don't?
No.
What is today's petty historic? Petty Junction.
Petty Junction, Petty Story of the Day, brought to you by Onora Whisky, OnoraWhisky.com. That premium American whiskey, OnoraWhisky.com. We go up to the one of the coldest states in the 50, that being Minnesota. They're really smart because I don't know if you guys have been to Minnesota. They actually have a downtown that you can walk around inside. They constructed it that way. They connected the buildings with walkways downtown where you can literally walk downtown inside. Very smart. One of the coolest things I've ever seen, bro. One of the coolest things I've ever seen. Unfortunately, that basketball team, they made some big trades. They went all in with Rudy Gobert. And, things haven't gone the way they thought it should go. And, I like Anthony Edwards. I love Anthony Edwards. I think he's one of the best, probably one of the best young players under 25. I'll probably put him about third.
A lot of this on him, and he's got to be better in back-to-backs, that he has not done that so far. Can you help him through that, or just is that a young player trying to figure out what to do in this league and how to answer the bell 2 nights in a row?
Maybe I could do a better job of teaching him how to take care of his body, diet and everything. So that'll be on me. I know y'all think it's funny up here when he talks about Popeyes and all that shit. That doesn't make me happy to hear. We're high level athletes, so.
Ant was just telling us that he puts a lot of this on him, and he's got to be better in back-to-backs, that he has not done that so far. Can you help him through that, or just is that a young player trying to figure out what to do in this league and how to answer the bell 2 nights in a row?
Maybe I could do a better job of teaching him how to take care of his body, diet and everything. So I'll be on me. I know y'all think it's funny up here when he talks about Popeyes and all that shit. That doesn't make me happy to hear. We're high level.
What the heck is Cat talking about, man? Put this dude on the petty train. What the heck is Cat talking about? Question was being consistent and back-to-backs. And this dude went to this man's diet. What?
Yeah, what?
You just mad because a young man has more swag than you.
Yeah.
Is more beloved than you are.
More beloved.
And he just got there. They asked you a serious question about learning how to go back-to-backs, being able to give the same effort. And your answer is about Popeyes. Man, get this dude, man. You know how long we had to hear that this cat, pun intended, was soft?
Too many times.
Carl Anthony Towns, for the first 5 years, didn't get respect because the league considered him soft. And this man wants to talk about diet and Popeyes. I can see this split coming. It won't be long before the Timberwolves choose Anthony Edwards over Cat.
It won't be long.
Traded. It won't be long.
Especially saying stuff like that.
It won't be long. And they were dumb to put Cat next to Rudy Gobert. Like that was going to work.
Like that was going to work. How?
That's worse than Westbrook next to AD and LeBron.
Well, I wouldn't say all that. Ain't nothing worse than that.
As a player, I have more respect for Russ than Rudy Gobert. So for
me, Russ is actually delusional. Like legitimately delusional.
You're sitting here telling me Rudy Gobert career has been better than Russell Westbrook?
Yes.
You out of your mind.
You are
out of your mind.
2022.
You are out of your bleeping mind.
It's 2022. What is the point of a triple-double? What's the significance of a triple-double in 2022? Not much.
Coming from a dude that never played the game and doesn't understand how hard it is to get a triple-double. The fact that you just said that like
in the NBA. I'm saying in the NBA right now.
What do you mean in the NBA?
Triple doubles aren't valued in the NBA like they were when Russell was.
It doesn't matter. They're difficult to do. It's difficult to do. I don't care how you value it.
Do you believe it's difficult, or a lot of players aren't in a role to do that? Most players in the NBA fit into roles. Do you agree with that?
Bruh.
It's true.
Go look at his roster that he played with when he averaged triple doubles. And you tell me how easy it was to get 10 assists a night.
Because they was trash. They was trash. Of course.
Yes, when you play with trash players, it's harder to get assists because they're trash.
No, it's not hard to get assists because he was at that point, he was driving and kicking out to open dudes. Like,
so if Russell Westbrook is your two guard, how hard is it to get an assist when you pass it to him?
Very, because he's passing it back.
That and the fact that he can't shoot.
And yeah, he can't shoot either.
So how can you get an assist? He had a roster full of dudes that couldn't shoot in OKC. Is he bad now? Absolutely. But we're not about to play this game like what he did, which was only done by Oscar Robertson. I guess Oscar Robertson was trash.
But you saw the games, though.
What do you mean?
He was on a trash team that nobody cared about. So when they lost, which most of his triple doubles came with, which was in losses. What is the significance then if you're not winning?
So the fact that they outplayed all expectations by 22 games as far as a record, that meant nothing. They were supposed to be trash. They were supposed to be top 3 lottery pick, and these dudes went to the playoffs. That meant nothing.
They're a bad team.
Okay. All right.
Right?
Man, you going to die alone on that Rudy Gobert island. I can tell you that. That dude is trash. That dude is trash.
Rudy is not trash because Rudy does his role. Westbrook is
role.
trash.
Wait a minute. You just compared a role player to a dude.
To a what? To a what? That's what
a Hall of Famer. To a Hall of Famer. What are you talking about?
Rudy Gobert is going to be in the Hall of Fame too. Because everybody gets it. Everybody gets an NBA Hall of Fame.
You're right. He's going to be in the French Hall of Fame.
He's going to be in the NBA Hall of Fame as a Frenchman. He's going to be as a Frenchman in the NBA Hall of Fame.
When Shorty gets to the league next year, he'll be the best big man to ever play in the NBA. The first time
he's not going to be a big man. He's going to be a damn near whatever he wants. He's the best player in France right now, and before, yeah, for sure.
That's just how trash Rudy Gobert is.
Nah, they'll say that because the other kid is gonna be. They call him an alien. He ain't even a unicorn. He an alien. Like he ain't from here. He's so good.
Dude, Gobert is trash. You can die on that island.
Russell Westbrook is trash.
All right.
He got most of the triple doubles and losses. That's like Dak getting 400 yards in a loss because he had a bunch of garbage stats and stuff.
I know. That same stuff that you say about Michael Jordan. Like, yeah.
Whoa.
He leads the league in scoring, but he ain't winning nothing. Then he won 6 straight and was still leading the league in scoring.
So you're saying Russell's going to win 1 or 2 or anything?
What'd you say?
Is Russell going to end his career with a championship?
Oh, because he's playing next to LeBron.
Oh! Okay, it's great that we was on here. It's time to go. It's time to go. This is crazy. If you can't win one with LeBron, bro, you're trash. Period.
Wait a minute. Let's see. Clay's done it 4 times. Steph's done it 4 times.
If you can't win
4 times, Kawhi's done it twice. There's a bunch of people in the league that have won without LeBron. It can be done.
No. If you're
LeBron, it can be done.
You can't get a championship.
Kyle Lowry's done it. Let's see. Kyle Lowry's done it. Let's see. Who else?
Listen.
You keep saying listen. I keep pointing out players that have won without LeBron.
No. If you're on LeBron's team and can't win a championship, then you're trash. Russell Westbrook not helping LeBron win a championship when LeBron wins everybody on his team championships. You're trash. He can't even make it to the playoffs. LeBron can't even make it to the playoffs with Russell Westbrook on his team. Come on, he went to the playoffs 10 times in a row.
Jason Terry won a championship without LeBron.
In a row.
Dirk Nowitzki won a championship without LeBron. Jason
Westbrook
won a championship without LeBron. Matter of fact,
he can't even get to the playoffs with LeBron James because he's so bad.
Matter of fact, those 3 dudes actually beat LeBron to win the championship. Who knew?
In year what? Look, Anthony Davis is going to come back.
Thank you, John Massey. Thank you.
They're sabotaging LeBron right now. We all know that.
Here we go. Here we go. Is it the league, the media? Who's sabotaging them? I need to know this.
Everybody said that. First of all, Jeannie Buss, we can start with that, sabotaging LeBron James. On what green?
She's mad at him, right?
On what green planet on anywhere would you surround LeBron James with a bunch of bricklayers?
Wait a minute.
What?
Didn't LeBron ask for Russell
LeBron
Westbrook?
asked to get rid of him. What about that?
No. He asked to bring him.
But yeah, and also to get rid of him.
No.
Just like D-Wade.
Stop glossing over the first part. He asked to bring him to LA.
Just like Kevin Durant and asked for Kyrie to come there. And Kevin Durant also, like LeBron, asked them to get rid of Russell Westbrook, just like KD asked to get rid of Kyrie. It's the same thing. Yeah, it was a mistake. I don't know what made LeBron make that mistake.
Because he's a goof.
Oh, no,
he thinks like you. I could take anybody to the championship. No, you can't.
I don't think like that.
You're not that good, bro. You're not that good, bro. And he's finding it out. Lucky Lefty Podcast. We'll get at you tomorrow. We'll start talking about Syracuse, man. We dig in.
Team to talk
The
about.
defense, statistically, you might think, oh, they're good. And then you start to look at some things and you're like, they got some holes. We'll talk about it.